Just little things, but that's really what I was looking for, to give her more of a sense of normalcy so that she won't stand out socially among her peers. Well, I think Dr. Mañé's work is amazing, and the difference that it has made for my daughter is I can't even describe it, because school's going to start for her next week, and she's going to be different. She's going to fit right in. She's just going to be a regular kid.
Thank you very much.
It's very touching. It's very moving. And www.mañécenter.com for information on that. We're going to come back and talk to you, Doc, about the socialization and some of the important topics. I want to thank my sponsors. Thank you for sticking with me all these years. Il Panificio, Bobby Fontaine's favorite pizza place, right?
Favorite.
Still?
The best.
Remax is still your favorite realtor?
Yep.
Yeah, get out of here. What else we got? We got Lockwood Ridge, Cinema, we got Video Renaissance, and what else do we have? Bella Roma. It's Italian. Bella Roma. And, you know, we'll see. Anybody surviving this economy, these are miracles, right?
Yeah, I used to know him. Back in the old country.
The old days.
Yeah, you're being a little foolish.
You're just dying to do it. Why don't you throw it to break? Let Bobby Fontaine throw it to break as the Godfather.
I don't know. Where am I looking? Oh, Luigi. Don't mess me up. I'm going to have to break your face. We're going to go for a break. See you later.
El Greco, it's really Greek, and I'm really Greek. Welcome back to the show. A serious topic, but a topic with hope. And you know, I mean, I'm looking at your face here, and you have a lot of hope, and you're, you know, this.
Now I do.
Now you do.
Now I do. Yeah.
And I wanted to ask the doc, what is it about? What's the hope? What's the new hope that you have with your with HIT?
The new hope is two things. One is the plasticity, that we know we can change the brain. And you were talking earlier about the 6 years old. It used to say at 6 years old you were done. If your child wasn't any better at 6, that was as good as he's going to get, and you're done. So that's not, we discussed that earlier, that's not the case. From cradle to grave, you can make changes. That's one. The other is people have been told that these conditions are purely genetic. And if it's purely genetic, there's no hope. I can't change somebody's genes. But these conditions now have gone from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 100. So the only way you can go like that is if there's been environmental influence. So the new science is epigenetics, meaning there are switches on the genes, and you can flip those switches, and you can change the way the genes express themselves. So the analogy to that is a mom in her kitchen with hamburger, which would be the protein that the cells make. And she can make hamburger or meatloaf or meatballs, and what she makes is determined by what her kids, which would be the environment, ask her for. So by that would make what the cell does, what the proteins are made, and what's replicated, and you can change the path of that child by changing that, and that can happen. So it's not, if you've been told that, you know, it's genetic, there's nothing you can do, that's not the truth.
That's fascinating. And you see the change in the kids. What does that do to you as a doctor?
It's amazing. You see the changes in the children, and you know, they grow up almost, because they move so fast, they grow up before your eyes. And of course you see the mom's faces de-stress, right, and the parents' faces de-stress, and you know, kids start to read for the first time, or they have control of their bowel and bladder either at night or during the day. You know, we have 12, 13-year-old kids wearing diapers. Even somebody with just ADD or a learning thing, if they go from worst to first, kid, again, the lower you are on the spectrum, or the closer you are to the beginning of it, the ADD, the ADHD, the easier it is to fix. So those kids are relatively easy. If you have somebody that doesn't speak and can't communicate, that's going to be more difficult. But to see any of those changes, to see them progress, read, to start to speak, to get their pronouns right. Many times the kids can't, and I can't even do it. They get the he, she, my, your. It's hard to do. But when they speak, you can't even understand them, because, you know, maybe sometimes the mom can translate for them. But when you see them all of a sudden start to hit their pronouns, oh, you know, that's mine, or you're doing this, or so, or ma'am. Even the genders they get wrong. It's you know, it's great.
The social interaction.
The social interaction.
When you see that happening, you know you're getting somewhere.
And when the mom comes, like the girl on the clip, she said that the daughter came in with a cell phone. I said, oh, is that a new cell phone? She said, no. She's had that for 1.5 years, but she just asked me for that phone back. And she's starting to text her friends, which would normally drive a parent crazy, but she was like thrilled to death that she's texting and interacting with her kids. Because social is the highest of human functions, right? We want to have joint attention. We want to socialize. That's what makes us different from lower life forms.
Right, you want to connect.
You want to connect.
Now, you guys connected up somehow with the dolphin. A Dolphin Tale is the movie that's going to be made. I guess there's a movie talked about being made. The producers of Blindsided, Morgan Freeman. These are big people. Ashley Judd. But
And
about
Harry Connick Jr.
Harry Connick Jr. These are A-listers.
Yeah.
And they're talking about at Clearwater Marine that there's a Winter the Dolphin. Tell me about that. Tell me about this tale, because your boy is involved with this. I mean, you've got some therapy, and we have a clip to show.
Very exciting really, because as you showed the pictures, and we're starting to see social connection with Levi, with doing the therapy with Dr. Mañé. And it's coming, that social more and more each day. He's getting humor, he's looking us straight in the eyes, sitting at the dinner table, and he's connecting to the family conversation, hugging people.
Hugging him, that's a big thing. I'm here to hug him. Just kidding.
I can't believe it. It's seeing him. It's just amazing.
It is, and it is to us
see the joy.
as well. It's indescribable.
So we have a clip.
So,
why don't we set this up? Who wants to set this up?
Just that Levi is, which is really nice of Clearwater Marine, and to allow us to have the good doctor, go and Dr. Mañé and handle the dolphin and Levi together and watch this transition happen. They're amazed just as well as we're amazed.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. And then I want to
except for the doctor.
You want to jump in?
Something. So when we're doing functional neurology and hemispheric integration, we're always looking for a stimulus to fire a different part of the brain. So Levi had a tremendous response to Winter. So we thought of using Winter as a stimulus to fire social, which again is one of the hardest things to get, to fire it up.
Let's go to that clip. Let's go to that clip if we can.
As a board-certified chiropractic neurologist, Dr. Nelson Mañé uses functional neurology and hemispheric integration therapy to treat children and adults with ADHD, learning disabilities, and autism spectrum disorders. Emotional expression and social connection with others is often a challenge, especially among their peers. A large part of the human experience is connection both socially and emotionally. In Dr. Mañé's quest to find a way to reach these children and help them connect, he found Winter. Winter is a happy little dolphin at Clearwater Marine Aquarium who also deals with a disability. Dr. Mañé was inspired after watching the powerful emotional connection that took place between Winter and Levi, his young 10-year-old patient. He knew that this encounter could stimulate and fire the emotional centers in these children's brains. This would enable fulfillment in the lack of affection that so many parents complain is missing with their children. Winter has helped Levi to exhibit emotion that was non-existent. Now he smiles, hugs others, and shows a sense of compassion. This sense of compassion is clearly demonstrated as Levi diligently works to nurture Winter's skin in keeping it moist so she doesn't dry out. Just as with strengthening and building up a muscle with exercise, functional neurology seeks to find different stimulations to strengthen weakened neurological pathways and circuits. This makes lasting and permanent changes in brain function. Therefore, human expression can thrive in behavior, academics, language, and social skills. Combining Dr. Mañé's knowledge of functional neurology with Winter the Dolphin may be a unique combination to assist this group of children whose conditions are so individualized yet have so many things in common. Emotionally speaking, if Winter can smile, then we can smile too.
beautiful. We got a little feedback, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Bobby, thank you so much for bringing
Thank
these
you
nice
guys
folks.
very much. I
It's
appreciate it.
It's always beautiful to see you.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love
I
you
just
too.
want to ask you one question on the way out. What do you hope people take from this, the work that you're doing?
I'm just trying to get the word out about what we're doing, and there's hope, and you can make changes and let as many people know as possible, and get a little mountain going, get the momentum going, so things can go around. And I appreciate you giving us.
Oh, thank you, Doc. It was my pleasure, my honor to do this. I mean, it was just, you know, the doors are open, as it was said in this great movie, Temple Grandin. We're going to close on this, and that's the key. I mean, you have to have hope, and you just make it. Don't make me. I'm laughing with this guy. You're going to make me cry. But we're going to go out on this fabulous. Probably win an Emmy for this performance. Sure. Julia Ormond is in this. David Stratham and Catherine O'Hara from the Christopher Guest movies, the crazy, funny stuff. This is a heck of an HBO show. We're not ready yet to go. We're ready to close? No? Bobby, what do you hope people take out of it? We have a little bit of time.
Well, I just hope that they recognize, I think Dr. Mañé is amazing.
I think he's amazing.
I really do, and he's so humble
Yeah.
about it. And he's helped so many people.
Well, and you're doing a good thing by being here to bring this story, out. And Levi, how old is Levi now?
Levi's 10 now.
He's 10.
Yes.
And you've seen quite a arc in him and a change in him.
Big time.
Big time.
And we're bonding with him at 10.
So tell the moms and dads out there, what do you tell them on those tough days?
There's hope out there. Don't give up. You know, there is hope out there, and this works. It works really wonderfully. And
they're gifted. They're special kids. Everybody's got a right to to make their stamp.
And you know, Levi's thriving now. He had tremendous intelligence that I knew was in there, and every one of these moms and dads, they know what's inside. But this can help their child thrive.
Well, God bless you. Continued success, and we'll see you guys further down the road. We're going to go out on Temple Grandin, the great Claire Danes, in this, portraying this fabulous woman. Watch this movie. I give this total thumbs up. Thank you, folks. Be well. Thank you, Doctor.
I think spinning is good. And rolling, too. Self-stimulation does seem to eventually calm the nervous system. It can be a way to compensate for not being held. And being held by another person is scary, but rolling or being held by surfaces produces the calming effect that ordinary children get from a hug.
How old's your child?